Hi everybody, welcome to Deb's Thing. This is Debbie. Today I will be showing you my original design, CIRCLET. I suppose you could probably wear it either way, but I chose for this to be the wearable side, and it was previewed in part 2 of my introduction to my original design collection as 5V. For my demonstration, I will be using, instead of the black, I'll be using white, where I was using white, I will be using red, and for the circles up the middle, I will be using all the same color, which will be mango. You will need one clip to secure it. At the end, you will need your hook. I like to have a second hook. I don't feel these are very comfortable for the actual hooking the bands, but it's great to use this end to help release a tight bracelet so that you don't overstretch the bands. And the 5 indicates 5 rows of bars. In this case, they were parallel to each other, the arrow pointing away from you. This band placement will start a little differently. We're going to not use the first row right now. We will use it later. But starting the second row on the 2 outside, all the way up on each side, we'll be doing figure 8s. I'll probably make a lot of stops and starts with this because there's a lot of steps. So you're going to go all the way up to the second to the last with the figure 8s. So you'll be filling all these in, figure 8s, and then you'll do the same on the other side, starting the second row up and then going all the way to the second to the last set of pins. This is how your loom should look right now, with the figure 8s going all the way up, except not on the bottom or the top pegs. Now right in the center, there's 2 on the side, and the center peg right here, we are just going to place a band there to use later to start our extension. And we'll place one band to the left, a second band to the left, and then going back to the center peg, we will take one to the right, and then one to the right. The next thing we are going to do is to place the red bands, or your B color, your second color, up this row, this row, this row, and this row, not the center row. So you'll be taking all the way up, each all the way to the end. So this row, this row, this row, this row, this one, and this one. You just press those little white figure 8s down so that there's room for the red bands. Okay, so just do these 4 rows all the way up. This is what the loom looks like with your 4 rows of red or your color B. Now we will finish the end here. Place one atop this way and the other one to the center peg, and then you will do the same on this side. And even though we're not ready to start looping back yet, you can place an end cap. I double it like that, or you can double like this and place it over that center cap. The next band placement will be like this. Color A, the same color that you did the figure 8s. Whoops. Okay, and then you're going to be capping this with your third color C, and in this instance I'll be doing mango. On this one I did an assortment of colors, and then on the other one I did all the jelly rose. So this is pretty much the sequence all the way up for the remaining open pegs. I'll show you one more time and then let you finish yours up, and then I will rejoin you. Start looping it back, and you might want to push down these red bands to give the white bands a little bit more room. This is how the loom should look as we get ready to start looping. I think I forgot to show you, I just do my quick placement of these, but it's always the dump when you cap them, you do this. It's the easiest way, or however it takes you to get that band wrapped around twice. So now we spin it around so that the arrows are pointing towards us. And we are going to start with the reds down here. Make sure we have our hook positioned correctly. And the ones on my left are at the top, so I will place that one over that one and grab that and go back and do the same on this side. Okay. Now we are going to loop out the white bands from the center cap here. I'm going to do that all the way up, reaching down, and my top white band is on the left. So I'll do that one first, and then I do the second one in the opposite direction, and we will just do this all the way up to loom. So I'll do one more since I think this is a pretty easy step. And I have faith that you all will be able to quickly do that up to here. I'll be back to show you the step that follows. Now we will be doing the next phase of looping. First we'll be at this side and then up this side, and on both the sides it'll be the exact same sequence. So I will show you a few on this side and we'll let you work on it. You will take the first bands. Now you don't have to do back and forth. You can just go up one side. But to get you going, I'm going to do alternate like that. Then you take this band and this, those are the reds. They're on the top, or whatever color you chose for color B. And then you're going to take the figure 8 on this side and bring it up diagonally to the opposing peg, and then the same with this one. And you can do it on this side, or just go up that. So, okay, I'm sorry. I will do a couple more just on this side, and then you will just follow all the way up, and then on that side. Or if you can go all 4 rows, depending how you want to do it. I just find going up one way is easier, and I did it completely on this since it wasn't, we weren't quite to the repeat pattern yet. So the red, the white, our color B, color A, color A. Color A, the top band, and you reach in, and then you get the figure 8, take it to the diagonal pin, and then do it again. And you're going to do that all the way up to the end here, and then the same on this side. And I will be back to show you how to finish the bracelet and put the extension on. Well, I hope y'all didn't feel that was a little too tedious. Of course, the more rows you have, the more bands you have to loop, but then comes more infinite possibilities and intricate designs. Your loom should look like this. And I have to say, a lot of these looms, once they've been looped up, I think some of these patterns are so pretty. I think they would make really pretty graphic prints, you know, for material for making clothing. But that's not my thing, so somebody else will have to do that. Now we will go to the last row and loop these 2 bands towards the center, and then do the same on this side. And now we are ready to make our extension. My risk being 6 1/4 inch size, I use a total of 8 extension bands. This is the first one. Number 2 is the end cap, and I like to place my clip equidistant, so I will be placing 3 additional bands over here. So grab this, take your hook, reach all the way through these bands, find the other end of this one, and then place it back on the hook like this. Now spin your hook so it is facing downward. Take a band and keep this lax so it's not too taut. It makes it much easier just to pull the band through those 2 loops. Flip your hook upside up and place the band. Turn it upside down, drag it through those, and place the band on the hook. It's very simple, but it does take a little practice. Not feel all clunky doing this. I still feel a little awkward, but with each extension I make, the easier it's getting. Now, in order to prevent all this hard work from unraveling, if your band accidentally slips off your hook, I take the clip with the opening prongs upward and then pop it onto your last band. Just makes me feel much more secure. Since I've lost too many bracelets, maybe I'm just clumsy now. I gently release the bracelet from the side bars. You can use something like this, even like the end of it, like a meat thermometer, or for those of you who like to crack nuts, those little things with a little pick on the end. And the opposite end from where the pick is very similar to this. Anything around the knitting needle, I suppose. Just make sure, I guess, you don't poke your eye out with the other end, because it isn't. Those tend to be long. Oops. And from this point, it's fairly easy to pull off. Although I like to just go peg by peg as opposed to just giving a big old daring tug from one end. Okay, that's the underside. I guess it could look okay, but I really like this. I love the intricacy of the pattern. I think it's really cute. So here you have CIRCLET. If you like this demonstration, please feel free to like it, share it with your friends, and if you would like to see... Oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot to finish this off. I got distracted. To finish the extension, place 3 or how many bands you think you need for your wrist size over. The arrows are pointing towards you. Take your cap, place it over, keep it stretched out so you can reach in. I'm so sorry, I was ready to finish this all up. Make my closing spiel, and I forgot to show you how to do this. Okay, now you will find your clip, and again, holding it so that the opening is pointed upwards. Stretch your double band here and pop the clip on. Actually, this... Okay. I was backwards. That's why I think I got off... I lost my train of thought there and got out. This is the top side. And this is the underneath. But when I looked at the red and white, I just thought it was so pretty. I said, oh, this is the front. And then I realized, no, that doesn't match. And this is the front pattern. See, I don't know, for some reason, I just think the red and white popped so much. It almost looked like the top. And I suppose you could wear it this way. Nothing wrong with that. But this is how I intended it to look. And I will finish, since I've already invited you to like the video and to share it. If you want to see more of my original designs, make sure to subscribe to Deb's Thing. Thank you so much for watching.